But this is just what I'm sharing as my personal plan. Somebody who's honestly coming off some injuries, looking to do something that's maybe a little bit lower mileage than most people, but oh man, this is crazy. We got a lot of snow yesterday. The car started making a bunch of funny noise the other day actually, so now I've got to bring it into the dealership for service. I don't know if they should tow it, but now we've got all this snow too. So a lot of stuff going on, but today let's talk about plans for the New York City Half Marathon, the training plan that I'm going to follow. Let's talk about that instead. Now, I've said this before in other videos, and I'll say it again as a disclaimer. I'm not a professional coach. I'm not certified. I do have experience working with a coach, but I'm just someone who goes out and runs for fun. So don't take this as a professional suggestion on how to train for a half marathon, but this is just what I'm sharing as my personal plan. Somebody who's honestly coming off some injuries, looking to do something that's maybe a little bit lower mileage than most people, but still want to get those quality sessions in and get those longer runs in to build up to that half marathon distance and do my best for all my given fitness and condition and injuries and whatnot. So let's dive into the plan and just keep that in mind. So let's get me set up side by side here. I will put this plan on a Google Sheets. It's going to be in the description of the video, so if you want to take a look at it, you'll see that link down below. In case you want to use it, in case you want to start with something like this and then build off of it in your own way, that's fine. I'll share it down below. So starting off, you can see this is generally just a 12-week program, and I like to start by just building up the mileage. It's the last 4 weeks or so, all the way up until this starts right around Christmas weekend. I've been building up mileage slowly again. I did about 6 weeks off after the fall marathons, and now I've just been doing about 10 to 15 miles each week, hoping to get up to about 20 miles just before we drop back down so you'll see the 18 miles in the first week of this training plan. Now, Wednesdays for me across the board are going to be my track or speed sessions, some of those quality sessions where I'm doing 200 meters, 400 meters, maybe some hills, some threshold miles, and then generally Sunday is going to be my longer runs. Now, one thing that I feel like I could add more of since the previous training plans for half marathons, and something that I've maybe gotten away from a little bit is running at that marathon, half marathon, or threshold pace on the weekend long runs. So a lot of stuff that I've seen from other runners and just other training plans includes a lot of varied speeds during those longer runs. So you'll see even right here in week 2, I've got a 2 miles easy, 2 miles at marathon pace, and then increase even further to 1 mile at threshold, and then that 1 mile cool down again at a normal easy pace. So that pattern again continues where you're going to see some long runs, then as the mileage builds, my body gets used to it, I'll do the same distance long run again, but this time I'm going to mix in some higher speeds, and that pattern kind of moves on it throughout the program that I created for myself. Now, as you can see all the way over in column I, this is just my mile totals for each week, and I'm really just building up again to a maximum mileage with a 2-week taper period of about 36 miles. This is lower mileage than I was set up for, even just for the marathon training program this past year. But again, I'm coming off a few overuse injuries, some tendon issues, so I want to be careful more than anything. I don't want to get into a pattern of pushing myself too hard and then needing to take time off. I want to rebuild that foundation where I'm making sure that I'm doing my strength training, I'm following all the stuff my physical therapist is suggesting, and I'm building that mileage slowly back to a point where it's consistent, even if it's 30 miles in this training plan, if it's 40 40 miles for maybe something in the summer or towards the end of the fall, then so be it. And I hope that I can then stay healthy and continue from there into maybe again 50 mileage, and who knows after that. But the point is, I want to be consistent, I want to be careful, and I don't want to push myself into sort of that roller coaster cycle where you're hurt and then you're doing a lot, and then you're hurt and then you're doing a lot. That's ultimately what I want to avoid altogether. If you do have any questions or suggestions down below, definitely leave a comment. I'm happy to read through it. I'm happy to hear, suggestions from different people, gain experience from all of you, and I'm sure there's other people that are coming to this video or looking in the comment section that are looking for ideas for themselves. So give them those ideas. Let's share each other's knowledge and pass that along. Don't hesitate to put any suggestions again for myself or other people watching. This is just, again, what I'm going to be doing with some of the experience that I have and previous things that coaches have told me. This is what I came up with myself, and that doesn't mean it's right for everybody. That also doesn't mean it's perfect for me, but it's something I'm going to try out this year. To wrap up today, I did mention earlier that I had some issues with my car. It was making a weird noise, so just to give you the final update on that, the car was taken away on a tow truck. I just didn't want to damage it any further by, driving it even to the dealer, so someone picked it up. Luckily, it was covered by one of the insurance or service warranty plans that I had, so they're going to take a look at that. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious, but again, luckily, I do have some coverage, and they will have to take care of it for me. But long story short, I will probably be stuck at home for some time. That doesn't mean I can't run. I just won't be traveling around too far to run because I don't have another car for myself to get around day to day. Hopefully we'll be back soon though, so we can drive anywhere we need to go and look up for some new running adventures. With that said though, thanks for watching everybody. That's all I have for today, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.